Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome to Michael Jackson. Hey, what is going on, everybody? And welcome to the Cold War mod for Hearts of Iron 4. Now, I already recorded this, but I lost all the footage, so I'm back. So yeah, I think this will be the last or second to last Hoi 4 in our return of Hoi 4 thing. This is actually after the past, after I made the last video, which was technically in the past, but the first part was in the future. I'm sorry, the iSorrowproductions cinematic universe is getting a bit complicated with these multiple timelines. But yeah, don't worry guys, I will be working on the mega campaign if I can get all the converters working after this. If not, there might be a bit of a gap between the mega campaign. It depends if we can get the EU4 to Vic 2-1 to work, which is always the problem. So go ahead and get some poggers in the chat. This isn't Twitch. Get some like buttons in the description and give a sub if you want. Let's get into it. Okay, so it's been a long time since we've seen the Cold War mod on this channel. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is the original Cold War mod, which was the Iron Curtain one from back in the day I made a whole bunch of videos on, or if this is a brand new one, because I couldn't find the old one on the workshop, or it just wasn't updated. I can't remember. I looked it up like a month ago. But ever so recently, this Cold War mod actually went up on Reddit, whereas I originally found it, and then I saw it on the workshop afterwards, and that's a good start. So, welcome to 1946, everybody. We've gone ahead, we've beaten the big baddies, we've beaten the smaller baddies who were big, and now we've got a whole bunch of new baddies on the way. Now, into this new era of the Cold War, obviously, old powers should be falling. Looking at you, Mr. GB, and the French Provisional Government. And with it, it will give rise to a whole bunch of new powers, like the Soviet Union and a dashingly handsome Mr. Stalin. Don't worry, he's not going to be around too long. He's got 10 more years in him. Then he just dies, and that's it, really. Now, obviously, Hoi 4 is made to simulate a single conflict in history, which is World War II, and all of its features are basically made specifically around that war. So, when it comes to simulating politics and other stuff like that, it doesn't really work because the actual gameplay and the engine just can't quite handle it. Of course, though, mods still try to this day to simulate global politics in Hoi 4, and it never goes too well. I'm looking at you, modern day mod, can you just stop? So I am very interested to see exactly how this game will be going about handling it. I can already see they've gone ahead and made a whole bunch of buffs so that I'm assuming no one really starts World War III right off the bat because, you know, yeah! Oh my god, that's a good sign right there. Would you look at that? It's the United Nations! So, I have no idea how any of this works. But realistically, if I know Soviet politics, we're probably going to go ahead and click the veto button, the reject button, the abstain button, and definitely not the support button. So we have the Security Council at the top, which was basically the victors of World War II, essentially. And as you can see right now, the Soviet Union opinion of myself is -100. Stalin, are you depressed? There's no need to hate yourself, Stalin, because most people in the world nowadays hate you a lot more. Yeah, so, unsurprisingly, we have a whole bunch of negatives to actually building up new factories to probably not make the world go too crazy, and we also have a whole bunch of new things we can do to modify our government, which is pretty standard for these type of mods. Hold on a second, Stalin. You can't have two positions in the cabinet. You can't be defense minister and deputy minister. Now, straight away, I don't see much point of actually being on a high military budget, at least, not right now, unless if I move off it and suddenly everything explodes. But I think we're going to go ahead and go down to a balanced military budget, because this whole, -100 to construction is probably going to bite me in the buttocks. There we go, we'll just start by dumping 13 civilian factories in Moscow. Probably need them after that whole World War II thing and our whole country sort of blew up. Okay, there's always one thing I hate about these mods, and because they're just a continuation of... Oh, there's no research to do, so that's great. They're just a continuation of the base game. Well, you have everything unlocked and research. Well, it's a bit of a pain to scroll through. Oh, I know I made that joke about you earlier, Stalin, but is that your personal plane? Now, the pistol resistance of any mod is their focus trees, and I'm very glad to say that the Soviets actually have one. And a cool thing I noticed is that you can't actually look at anyone else's focus trees, because I'm assuming they've implemented some sort of spy mechanic. So I do want to see if everyone else has a focus tree, and to do that we are going to go into cursed mode. Well, Mr. UK, you sure got a lot to do. But thankfully, the US also has one, so hopefully we can still get some action going on here. Oh, Mao also has a focus tree, but it's you don't got a lot of priorities, do you, Mr. Mao? Oh, so unfortunately, in that whole World War II thing, apparently every single one of our generals died, probably because Stalin shot them, which means I do have to go ahead and recruit all the plebeians again. Right, so first things first, we should probably go ahead and do this one. I didn't even notice this, but my little puppet down here, Ukraine's having a bit of trouble with insurgents, which is, you know, that's not like Ukraine at all, really. They never really have anything like that, at least not until I send some little green men over to Donbass. Oh, well, my day is ruined. Oh, you know what's cool about having one Ukraine? Having two Ukraines. Am I right? There we go. We got the Socialist Republic of Ukraine and the Socialist Republic of Ukraine with Nikita Khrushchev. That's right. It's two Ukraines. Two Ukraine. Oh, I can send 23 units to China. Oh, that's just not too fun, is it, Mao? Wait a second. I can both support China and also two Chinas. Ah, there you go. They finally accepted my help too, even after, you know, now that I've drawn up a plan for partitioning China. Oh, here we go. Oh, we got a little telephone down here. Let me know there's a vote for two China. Oh no, I really want to reject it. Abstain! Oh, what the hell? China saying no to two Chinas. Oh, well, you won't be saying that in a few years. I'm not moving anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and assume everyone said no to my idea of two Chinas, but to be fair, even I didn't say yes to it. I just put it on the table and then illegally sent an army, literally an army, into China to establish a communist state. Hold on a second. Who's this having a vote about troops in Iran? Excuse me. No, this whole UN business it's starting to get a bit annoying. Oh, you know what? Fine, I didn't want Iran anyway. Wait a sec. Who's got claims down here? Azerbaijan has a claim down here. Oh, I was gonna be super cheeky and release Azerbaijan, so I wouldn't have to give it up. You know, they saw it coming, so. Fine. Take Tabriz. I have no idea what this is about. It's something about Philippines, so I'm just going to say no. I don't care, Philippines. I don't care. Oh, India's a thing, and also other Indias. There's also other Indias. Oh, well, I guess we have no choice then but to just have this weird civil war that goes on for the end of time. And eventually, the northern part will just start slowly starving to death while their little weird leader fires missiles across the Sea of Japan. God, I guess we gotta do the hard way. Oh, well, we got the actual, the World War II treaty, which I will go ahead and reluctantly support, because I guess I did win it and then also write that treaty. Oh, wow, you know, I had no idea that Kim Il-sung was such a gamer. Oh, there you go. China has fled China to Little China off the coast of China that will never become part of China, because China doesn't believe this is the real China, and this China thinks that China is fake, and this China, Hong Kong eventually gets involved. Also, at some point, this China will end up hating us in the Great Sino-Soviet split, because this China just hates us because they ain't us. Am I right? You look like a ham sandwich. Oh, look at you, Western allies, with your fancy West Germany. God, get a room, why don't y'all? Make a East Germany at some point. I just gotta rebuild all my country that got blown up in the war. Oh, seems like recently we can't go a day without destroying Tibet, can we? Oh, what's that? There's a new South Korea. Well, I don't think so, buddy. There's only one Korea, and it's my puppet state. So, a bit of a time skip here, and we now have a new focus tree as our old one has ran out. Unfortunately, though, I didn't actually finish the old one. So there's still a lot of stuff I didn't manage to do, like that whole East Germany thing. Oh my god, finally, Stalin, you've gone ahead and kicked the bucket, and we could go ahead and do the ahistorical route and actually stay with the whole Stalinization thing, or we could just, you know, not. Oh, guys, it's a civil war, not the anti-party group. How can you be such of a party killer? I'm sorry, guys, I don't appreciate any of this violence right now from the anti-party group. I'm taking that right to the UN. Well, you know what they say, once the party's over, it's time to have a party with Nikita Khrushchev. No one's ever said that, but I imagine he'd be pretty fun at a party. At Khrushchev, you've both just been put in power after a bloody civil war. I think it's time for a vacation to America. I also like, with this national focus, even though I've put the revisionists in charge now, so Nikita Khrushchev, I can still go ahead and purge myself. Nikita Khrushchev walks into a room and shoots himself. That's it, he just shot. Well, we can't get an East Germany, but we can get a Austria. I don't think they're going to be communists, though. I just realized that the UN is actually a nation in the game. It's like led by a guy called Gladwin Jeb. My name is Jeb. Well, we've turned into 1960 now, and we've ran out of focus trees. There's nothing we can do. We can't build up world tension. Can't really, you know, start a war or anything like that, unfortunately. Not that I'm aware we can do. Oh, I tried to go ahead and start a war, but I don't think anyone's accepting my claim over Romania. So yeah, there's not really any conflict we can set off now, because I went down the focus tree that didn't really give any conflict, obviously, and also due to the fact, I think in this little mod showcase, I wanted to show off more of the UN stuff, which was pretty cool, like I just did with Romania down there. I gave myself a claim on it, which you can do by clicking the claim button, and then you can go ahead and request a vote on whether or not I get the claim, which is pretty cool. I'm glad that they're actually going down that path more than just making a billion focus trees where everyone goes to war and Schmittler comes back, if you remember the old Cold War mod. Oh yeah, by the way, screw you. But I gotta say, this Cold War mod's actually, it's looking pretty good. I really gotta say, it's good. They're doing a lot. I probably could have done. I did look at the other focus trees, the parts we could have gone down, and we can actually, you know, start a little wars here and there. Especially in the other focus tree that we started with, we could have got like a whole bunch of Europe. But I didn't really want to do that. I just want to show off what, you know, a normal game would be like if you went historical, which is pretty fun, because we've done a lot of war in Hoi 4. You could say we've done enough war forever. But yeah, I'm very eager to recheck this mod out when I come back to Hoi 4 mods in a couple months from now, which will be pretty interesting. And until next time, though, well, this will be it for now. I'll probably go ahead and try to start the mega campaign recording right now, and if I manage to finish it and all the converters work, you'll be seeing it soon. If not, oh, that's a lot of wasted time. But I guess until next time, guys, leave a like and subscribe button down below. Remember, if you want to get yourself a History Boy hat, link in the description. Bye.